I'll play with you. I'll play with you, bro. I'll play with you, bro.
Yo.
Let Facebook know. Let Facebook know. What happened now? You text all these bitches, right? You text all these bitches, right?
Yo.
You text all these bitches, right?
Chill.
Let Facebook know.
Stop playing.
You text all these bitches, right?
Stop playing.
That didn't pop up, right? I'm
Stop
pussy,
playing.
right?
Chill.
I'm pussy, right?
Chill.
Let Facebook know. Tune in. Tune in. Yeah. Tune in. That niggas know. Why you keep playing with me? Huh? Why you keep playing with me? I look dumb? You look stupid? Fuck out of here. Nah, bro. Deadass, bro. He's playing with my mug. We're texting exes. Have his ex too crazy with me. Have bitches that want to fight me. You want to phone with them? I want pregnant fighting bitches. Bro.
Yo, chill.
Why you keep playing with me, bro? Why? Like I'm not crazy. What is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? Fuck out of here. You wanna play with my body, right? Yeah, cry, get mad.
No.
Get mad.
Move.
Get mad. Or what?
Move.
Or what?
Move.
Or what?
Move.
Or what?
Move.
Or what? Or what?
Move.
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 Or what?
There's no
Or what?
Move.
Fuck out of here. Everybody wanna keep playing with me, bro, right? It's a game, right? It's a game, right?
Move.
It's a game, right?
Move.
Fuck out of here. Take these fake shits out.
Move.
Why you
bro.
keep playing with me?
Move.
Why you keep playing with me?
Move.
Why you keep playing with me?
Move.
That shy lead bitch, let her know I will violate her. Let's really talk about it. I do home visits. Let's really talk about it. Yeah, it's my baby father. I do home visits. Nigga thought shit was slick. It's none of that. It's none of that shit. It's none of that shit. Fuck out of here. I'm really like that. Stop playing with my pop. All the bitches that he texted, come fight me. Fuck out of here. Well, stop playing with me. Stop playing with my pop, nigga. You know how I get? Are you dumb? What are my pops, nigga? I play with you. I play with you.
I'd like to give all praise to Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua Rakwa and double honors to the elders that rule well. Salutation to the elders and to the apostles and to the brothers that's laboring in truth, doing the work diligently day and night. To you sincere sisters who is loving Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua. Loving yourself, respecting yourself, loving your husband, respecting your husband, loving your children, taking care of the home, doing things decently in order. Okay, so, I mean, it's not much to say about this video. It's a typical norm. Women today are not soft. They're not feminine. They raise in an environment where it's abusive. Is strongly domineering, and she's an abusive individual, But a woman like that, man, she only took advantage of this dude because he's soft. And come on, as a grown man, I mean, even though you're doing wrong, man, to the girl, and she doesn't like it, she's hurt. You know what I'm saying? As a man, you don't let a woman still get power over you like that, And then on top of that, she's recording the business. You know what I mean? So serve you right, man. I don't feel sorry for you. I don't feel sorry for her. But these are young teeny boppers, man. Young Israelites. They have no order, man. There's no structure. There's no order. And she's very masculine, man. Very, very masculine. She's from my city. You know what I'm saying? So I know how New York City is. Very, 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 very raw. You know what I'm saying? The women could be like that. And she's pregnant, so I'm kind of hoping that that this boy, he's only allowing her to do it because he don't want to hurt her because she's pregnant. You know what I'm saying? So, you put this upon yourself, dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, you did this to yourself, man. She's hurt behind it, man, because of the actions that you're doing. I know the girl love him. I know she love him. because she wouldn't be doing all this, going all out, and she doesn't control her emotions. Then after a while, she's tired of the bullshit. She's very tired, so she's trying to get aggressive like a man. You know what I'm saying? So it's crazy, man. It's crazy. It's crazy, man. A woman is not supposed to act like this, man. But you know, when young men don't understand they don't understand the game. They don't understand how women work and operate. If you're doing these things, man, you have to let the girl know in the beginning that you say, listen, this is how I am. I like multiple girls. You know, I'll choose who I think is best for me, and that's just how I roll. Now, either you could deal with that or you're not. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to be all just for you. I'm not going to do that because I'm a man and I like multiple women, but I choose to do what I want to do. I'm a man. I like to conquer. You know, I'm not going to just give my body out freely to anybody. That's not going to happen. But I choose who I want to deal with and build with them. You understand? So if he would have came like that, she probably would have respected it. You know what I'm saying? But when you're telling her or giving her like, oh, like it's only you, I only deal with you, I only want you, you're making things difficult because now you're lying to the girl. Don't lie to the girl, man. That makes the girl very, very uneasy, man. Okay? You know, fellas, man, you gotta stop doing that. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, I'm gonna get on Eve ass too, you know what I mean? But fellas, you know, you gotta stop doing that, man. Stop lying to these females. Because they're very dangerous too. They can get very upset. I just watched a clip with a lady. She thought, you know, she loved the dude or liking the dude. The dude told her straight in her face in the crib. He said, I don't give a fuck about you. Only you. I don't give a fuck about you. She started throwing shit and she ran down the stairs. He was trying to kill her, man. Cause she do like a hard glass, like a ceramic mug or something at his back. You know what I'm saying? And he had no shirt on, so, you know. But why are you getting mad? You told her what it is, and like, what's the problem? You know what I'm saying? Like, why you going to do a situation like that? You know, why you getting upset? You're doing this to her, man, because you're not keeping it real. You know what I'm saying? So, fellas, stop doing this to women, man. You're breaking women's heart. And you know, I'm kind of going to, you know, in this video, I'm going to defend for the ladies. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes us being men, we want to do what we want and try to get away with it. You can't just be hurting people's feelings like that. You know, you got to be honest with people, man. You can't lie. Don't lie, man. Don't lie, man. When you're lying, you're making things worse. You know, let's just say if I'm dealing with a girl and I tell her that I don't tell her that I'm married, she's gonna feel some kind of way and she finds out because I'm lying to the girl. Now she's gonna look at me like, oh nigga, I can't never trust you. So if I told her from the beginning and she don't want to deal with it, I gotta accept the rejection. It's not a problem. But a lot of niggas don't want to accept the rejection because they want to sneak and get in her drawers. That's a dirty game, man. That's not what men do. That's what boys do, man. You playing games. Why would you want to do such a thing like that? I'm telling you, it's not right, man. It's not right, man. It's not fair, man, to the sister, man. Because let's say the girl is not doing those things, right? Playing devil's advocate for a moment. Let's say she's not doing those things, and she truly care about you. She see a future with you, and you playing games. You know what I'm saying? Yo. You know what I'm saying? So, at the end of the day, like, you're playing games for what? Why are you playing games? Just be honest with the girl, man. That's why a lot of you brothers get set up and you get killed, because sometimes things happen, sometimes what you do too. You know? The sisters be doing shit too. You understand? Hold on, y'all. Yeah, so the sisters be doing stuff too, man. So stop lying and stop playing with people's emotions, man. People people get upset, man. They get very, very just they get very, very distraught about it, man. You know, it's a tough call, man. You know, let's get a couple scriptures, man. All right, let's get a couple scriptures, man. Let's go to let me see something delicate. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm spelling it wrong. Let's go Deuteronomy 28:56. It says, "The tender and delicate woman among you, which would not adventure to set the sole of her foot upon the ground for delicateness and tenderness, her eye shall be evil toward her husband of her bosom, and toward her son, and toward her daughter," because she's becoming the opposite of what she's supposed to be made already. You know, a woman's supposed to be tender, soft-spoken, sweet, kind. You know what I'm saying? A woman is not supposed to be hard and, you know, and rough. You know, it's like that all over the world, especially in the States. You know, especially New York City, right? And it's just a part of the culture here. You know, the women, you know, typically you'll get hard, man. You know what I'm saying? So if you, other tribes are from other countries like the Caribbean islands, Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic, Panama, Cuba, so forth and so forth. And when you're born and raised here, or you start to live here, you start to take on the attributes of a New Yorker. The mindset, how we speak, the lingo. So it creeps on you without you knowing. But if you're raised with such a manner of good background, a good diction, it just, you typically don't let the ghetto-ness or the influence, override your emotions. But sometimes that plays a part of it, because that's the state and city you're from. Like if you live in Philly, they have a typical lingo. Even the women say the same thing like what the men are saying. They say different lingos, man. Nut, Joan, bull, so forth and so forth. Old head, that's how they talk. They go thorough. They drag their L's and, they drag their L's a lot. You know what I'm saying? And they got a different vernacular speech. You know what I'm saying? Like in New York City, we talk very, 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 very hard. You know what I'm saying? And we always say, you know what I'm saying? Like how I'm saying, I'm catching myself. And sometimes we be saying, son, yo, what up, B? Yo, it's popping. Those are the lingo that the young kids say. They said word of mother. Now the young kids they be saying, yo, word of my dad, word of my dad. Everything is word to. We say word to a lot. So it's a certain lingo that's being spoken of here. But I don't talk like that because I'm a grown man and I don't need to speak such a way, And then we say, oh, you heard, yo, what's the word? You heard? That's very, very popular here in New York City, because people in the prison system, when he was locked in the tears, if a guy's he's in another company, if he's speaking and they talk to each other, he'll be like, yo man, oh, you still got that magazine? You heard? Because sometimes they can't hear you. So now that has become a part of a speech language, and amongst them, and then now it's carried back out to the world. That kind of talk supposed to stay in prison. That's prisonology talk. Now prisonology our lingo is mixing with the New York lingo on the streets, and now it's intertwined with each other, you know. So that's just a little small little thing. I will try to get off the topic, but yeah. So women's supposed to be delicate amongst us, but now they have become vipers, warlords. They became fighters. They became stabbers and shooters, and you know, all kind of things under the sun. You know what I mean? So a woman's supposed to be soft and delicate. You know, she's supposed to be sweet, kind-hearted. You know, and fellas, man, if your woman's a good woman, man, treat her right, man. Treat her right. You know, don't hurt the girl feelings, man. Because look, the girl is out of control, man. She's hurt. You know, I don't condone it, man. She's out of order, man. But I don't blame her to a degree. Serve that nigga right. Because Eve get tired too. You know, so, you know, we can't just always just, you know, get on a woman so harshly like that, man. You know, it's not fair. All right, let's go to Colossians, man. I think it might be 3 at 1. I think it might be. Oh, you know what? Before I go to, no, I think it's Ephesians. Let me go to I'm going to Susanna 1 and 31. Let's go to the book of Susanna. It says, now Susanna, right, was a very delicate woman and a beauty to behold. All right? She was a very delicate woman, man. Very kind, very soft, very, you feel me? Even though she was going through her situation, you know, men lied on her. The 2 elderly men lied on her. And, you know, they got their judgment at the end. And because then you found out that they was lying, because both the men told different stories. And one said one thing and it matched with the other, so he knew they was lying. And they was put to death, you know. But, you know, because this lady here, this sister here, I think she was from the tribe of Simeon. She was well known, well loved, and the community loved her. You know what I'm saying? And she was very kind, very respectable, had a lot of manners. You know, people just loved her. She was a loving person. People loved, you know, how she was and how she treated her children. She took care of kids. You know, her mother and father was right. You know, it tells you that in the scripture. She was raised right by her mother and father, and she had a husband that was a very well known man, very popular. Yeah, he had a lot of money and stuff like that, and he was very, 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 very well respected, and people loved him. So, you know, so you are who you attract. You know, you are who you are. You know, if you are a piece of shit, you're gonna attract a piece of shit. Why would bees fly amongst shit? Bees do not go by shit. It doesn't smell well. Bees go by honey because it's sweet. Flies don't go by honey. It's not their thing. You know, they go by shit because that's where they put their eggs, and it's warm and it's moist at the same time. So, you know, there's 2 different creatures. They fly the same. They're flying, you know, creatures, but they have 2 different tastes. You know, one is rich and one is poor like. Okay, so yeah, so you know, we have these things, man. You know, so we gotta let's go to Ephesians. Let's go to Ephesians. Right, this is Ephesians 5 and 21. It says, submitting yourself one to another in the fear of Yahweh. So both of y'all supposed to fear Yahweh and come together as a union. 22, wives, submit yourselves unto your own husbands as unto the Lord. Okay, so it's a divine order here. It says, verse 23, for the husband is the head of the wife, even as Yahweh is the head of the church, and he is the savior of the body. All right, verse 24, therefore, as the church is subject unto Yahweh, so let the wives be to their own husbands and everything. Okay? Verse 25, here's our part. Husbands, love your wives, even as Yahweh also loved the church and gave himself for it. Okay? So that's what we're supposed to do. Love our wives, man. Don't be overly barren on your wife, man. Because then she's going to feel like she's not being loved. You know what I'm saying? So, be kind still, and be easygoing. You know what I mean? And know when to turn it up and know when to turn it off, So if you're overly, fuck that, man, fuck you, bitch. If you're doing, like, not saying that you're saying those particular words, but if you're going and going and going and going and going, she's not gonna fuck with you. She's gonna feel some kind of way, and she's like, I ain't fucking with this nigga. It makes people don't want to be bothered. You can't really blame the girl. You know what I'm saying? You're too nasty, man. Like my neighbor, he lived next door to me, and he's not a bad person. He respects you. He's quiet. Keeps to himself, so to speak. But then when he start drinking or dealing with people, he gets real belligerent, real nasty, man. Very nasty. Spirit gets very, very nasty, and he crashed the fuck out. So shit. I thought sometimes I crash out a little bit, but nah, that no compare to him. You know what I'm saying? He was dealing with a lady, right? She was staying there for a little while. She had a car. She was bringing kids over there. But he had a child and staying with his mom, so they all was shacked up together. She wasn't a bad person, you know what I'm saying? But she wasn't good either, you know what I'm saying? So she did things to trigger that nigga, you know what I'm saying? It was a trigger. So it was just a constant argue every day for the last 2 years or year. Yeah, it even last 4 years. Cause sometimes he was going overboard. She did shit, but he was going overboard. And I think that when she violated him, you know what I'm saying? So after that, I ain't never seen her no more. They was gone, you know what I'm saying? She kept saying, "Oh, you mad? Oh, you mad? Cause you." See, I always tell dudes, man, stop. Don't get a girl so mad and piss her off and try to embarrass her, cause she gonna embarrass you. A woman will be very scornful and will hurt your pride, man. I'm telling you. He would say, "Oh, you gonna be around that nigga? You gonna fuck that nigga? You gonna bust your nut on that nigga dick? You gonna bust your nut on that nigga dick good? Huh? And he was going on. He said, "You fucking bitch, whore, slut." He was calling all kind of names. And then she said this one thing. It killed that nigga pride. I heard it. She told that nigga, she said, "You mad because your dick, when it's hard, it's still little." So I was like, yo, Jake. He said, what? What? Man, he said, "Get out of here, man." The nigga got real quiet. And sometimes it may not be true, because women say things and just say it because they get mad, But sometimes the way she is, I don't think she was going to just to say that, man. And she didn't say it with like anger. She said it calm. She said, "You just mad because when your dick get hard, it's still little." She said, "What the fuck? I gotta pluck this shit?" I was like, "Oh shit." And I said, "Yo, Eve went there." I said, "Damn." So I was sitting there, and my wife was over there. My wife laughing, you know what I'm saying? So, so me and my wife be laughing. So I said, "Yo, man, you know what, man? Let me get up from the fucking living room, man. Let me go through the back, man. I'm tired of hearing this shit." You know what I mean? And that was like, man, and I couldn't even enjoy my fucking movie, man. I'm like, damn, man, I had a hard day's work. I'm sitting there watching a movie, with my wife, man. Come on, man. Like, damn. You know what I mean? But, I'm just showing y'all that these things happen, man. So, I think that he had love for her, but it was more hate than a love, you know what I mean? But anyway, I hope the video was edifying. Fellas, man, love your wives, man, and be careful what you do to her, man. Don't hurt the girl feelings, man. You know what I'm saying? And we got to grow up and be mature about things, man. If it doesn't work out, it don't work out. But just know that, man, sex is very, very, very sacred, man. We got to be very careful, man. Don't just lay down with anybody, man. You know what I mean? Because spirits start to come and intervene, intertwine. And you don't want that. You know what I'm saying? So you want to clean that spirit up. You want to ask the Lord to cleanse your spirit, cleanse your mind, and ask Yahweh Shai to protect you, man. You know, and do the right things, man. You know, don't let the evil spirits out here try to control you, man, because that's what they want. They want you to die in sin. And you know, we're not gonna do that, man. We're gonna stay strong in the spirit. You know what I'm saying? If the Lord choose you to open your mind up to come to the truth, you know what I mean? And we're gonna do the right things, man. We're not gonna keep repeating the same offenses. We're gonna get better. We're gonna rise. And you know, and we gotta rethink ourselves. Our 1 Kings 8:47. You know, that's one of my favorite scriptures too, man. You gotta rethink yourself, man. Change your way change the way you think, change the way you look at things. You know, so stop hanging with bad people. With that's very simple, man. Because if you're not there trying to explain or tell them, you know, doing exactly what Yahushua did, but it's hard to be like him 100% because he's the king. He was the only one that went to those limits for us, man. You know, so no one ever could duplicate him. No one can ever be like him. So if someone come out here and say they him or they do miracles like him, man, run. Cause that's the Antichrist, man. That's not our Lord, man. Our Lord say he coming with a great glory, man, where the whole world gonna see it. So it doesn't matter what these people are saying, man. People are gonna be false prophets and they want to be like him, but they can't be him because there's only one eternal king, and that's our Lord Yahweh Hashem Shah Mashiach Yahweh Shah. So I hope this video edifying. Shalom.